Now the next concept is acceleration. Acceleration. Now what is acceleration? To understand this concept, let me take an example, or let it be a daily life example. For example, there is a car or any Activa. Car or any Activa. Now what happens? Let it be like at zero velocity, means it is standing, it is stationary, means it's initial velocity. Initial means when you have a first look at it. So this has been written by a small lowercase u. So this is called initial velocity. This is called initial velocity. Now, what happens when you start your car or Activa and want to drive it, and suddenly what you keeps on doing? You keeps on changing its velocity. You keeps on increasing its velocity. That is the car or Activa which was slow earlier now started gaining a velocity, and this gain in velocity with a given time is known as acceleration, or this change in velocity with a given time in a given time is known as acceleration. Let me take an example. That after some time, let its final velocity, means after 2 seconds, you can say the time is 2 seconds, the final velocity comes out to be 10 meter per second. This is the final means the velocity which is been at the final end. Now what happens? Now what is acceleration? Acceleration means change in velocity per unit time taken. Now very simple. Change is always from final to initial. Means change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Now look for it. Now what was the final velocity? 10 meter. And what was the initial velocity? That is 0. And you got that is in a given time, the time is 2 seconds. So what will come out to be? That is 10 upon 2, that is 5. 5 meter per second square. This is exactly the SI unit of acceleration. Look, bacho, we have learned that for velocity and speed, the SI units are meter per second. Why here there is only one power and why there is a two power, this will be explained after a while, not now exactly, not in this assignment, but I'll explain you at the end of this assignment or the end of the next part there. But these units can also be written like this way: meter divided by second square. Or this can be written as, if this per means this dividing part is not there, now this will come up. So if this will come, then the power will be changes into negative. So meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. Then what is acceleration exactly? Change in velocity. Means if velocity keeps on changing in the positive side, means it keeps on increasing. Like any Activa, you may take an example of a cricket match. Or firstly, your example, when last few minutes in your exam, written exams are left, and you just accelerate yourself, you just accelerate the work, means you speed up the work. You start writing very fast. That is called acceleration. In a cricketing match, in a cricket match, in last few hours, the commentators used to repeat these words that the batsmen are accelerating now, means they are increasing the speed of making the runs. Now they are changing the velocity of making the runs. So this is what we call acceleration, that is change in velocity per unit time, and its SI unit is meter per second square.